You ever get sick of the solo queue experience where you feel that time and time again you're either left to clutch a fight or you lose the game? Eventually, fatigue sets in and I start to doubt myself. I mean, am I that unlucky that my teammates never seem to be able to win a fight, or is it me with my unpredictable tactics? Like, after healing up here from nearly getting completely deleted, I go for a rear flank that catches my enemies unaware that, I mean, it ends the same way anyway, with my wingman about to find itself gift wrapped in a shiny new death box. But today, I turned over a new leaf. I had two options. One was stop crying and just learn to 1v3, or number two, get a pre-made. So what did I do? That's solo queued, of course. I can't help but take it personally when someone tries to punch me out. It demands the Lord's justice. But the amount of enemies here meant that every decision I made had to be the right one, or I'd be an early casualty, just like our fuse.
We got another squad attacking us.
Enemy here.
Bogey splash one of ours. Just you and me now. Reloading. Wings up. Enemy clipped me.
At this point, any weapon would do, and while I'd rather it wasn't a sniper, the longbow was better than nothing at all.
Wings up. Enemy down. Wings up. Reloading.
And yes, if you didn't notice, there it was, my one wrong decision. I missed the entrance to the rope and tried to fly outside, only to meet my doom. I had no one but myself to blame, and failing to clutch wasn't my teammates' failure, it was mine. Landing into Cascade Falls can be a surprisingly busy drop, and not finding a weapon early was not good news. But scuttling enemies outside gave me a chance to pull off a little trick shot that I'd learned. Yeah, I'm still learning it.
Wings out.
To get a second weapon soon, as my luck with the Sentinel was surely about to run out. But yeah, I don't know as much about that subject as I thought I did.
Rip, bandit bought the farm.
Recharge my shields.
This sniper-only business could continue no longer, so I risked it for a biscuit and ran the gauntlet to the death box.
Wings up. Fire. Grenade. Wings out.
All I could think right now was, where in the name of a prowler's dung pile are my teammates?
Look out. Grenade.
Just as my team woke up, another squad had rocked up, and they weren't about to give me a nanosecond to catch my breath. I also had zero light ammo.
Opening fire.
Frag out. Good, we're inside. Trap nearby. There's a trapper arc here.
Lifeline on the stairs. This was the boldest revive I'd ever seen. Probably the most foolish revive I've ever seen as well. But giving up isn't in my nature, and how you cope with your losses can only pave the way for the games that you truly crave. Besides, if every match was easy, the lack of resistance would lead to an unsatisfying life. And if it is resistance you seek, go to Fragment in World's Edge, and you'll find it.
Looky here, got a bandit. Reloading.
Wait, stop. As you can see in my longbow, we should be looking at a 4x8x scope that I just picked up, but instead it's a 2x bruiser. Some weird double switcheroo happened there because I'm an idiot, but no problem. Easy to rectify, and we'll just pick it up again. Or we'll take the grenade and not even register what just happened.
Hostile right here.
Reloading.
At this point, I realised that my 4x8x scope wasn't working as intended, and I started to wonder if I imagined that it ever existed, such as my battered self-esteem. An enemy fuse knocked out our fuse, but the rest of that team were underneath my feet in the stairwell below. They had no idea what awaited them when they reached the top floor. Wait, the Ramparts primed her minigun. Okay, they do know.
We got another squad attacking us.
I downed the hostile.
The enemy seer made a clever escape, but I was on the hunt now, ever mindful though that Sheila was desperate to drill me full of holes.
Here comes the old knuckle punch. Straight on down.
Slash one, bogey down. Reloading.
Not my smartest decision, but it paid off, and I felt comfortable looting up on 1 HP because I'm a greedy goblin. But once I started using my Phoenix kit, I could feel Fuse's desperation, but I wanted to reassure him I was also desperate for him to be whole again, but a gust of wind would blow me away at this point. Hang on, Fusey, I'm coming, brother!
I've got you.
All of us back on our feet and healthy. This time when I looted, I took a moment to double check the sniper scope actually existed and clicked on it carefully.
Wings out.
Half the squad.
We headed west, and Bloodhound's nose began to twitch. We weren't alone.
Fire. Reloading. Slash one, bogey down.
I cowered on the stairway, praying that Fuse would cover my retreat during this heal, only to realise that he hadn't healed himself.
Recharging my shield. Healing. I'll walk it off.
Finally, Fuse healed, and I hunted.
Level 3.
Reloading. Wings out.
That ridiculous little moment of panic was unfortunate, but as you will soon discover, it's not the last time where I flap my wings and absolutely nothing good comes from it whatsoever. But as it appeared, we were the victors of Fragment, and no one else dared challenge our rule. So we took to the skies and looked to extend the reach of our dominance, landing in Harvester to the sweet, sweet sounds of gunfire. 2 squads were in an all-out battle, but by the time we made our way up to the high ground, the shooting quietened. Well, all that was about to change.
Replicator on.
Firing. Bandit down. Taking fire. Reloading.
Done out. How are you? Reload. Reloading. Knuckle cluster.
Reloading.
Going on taken down.
Unite.
With only 4 squads left, I actually started to feel nervous, for this week had been challenging in my solo queue endeavours, and not many games had reached the tense moments of a final climactic showdown. The ring was shoving us north, so it made sense to return home to Fragment and see if anyone else tried to invade during our absence. And it turned out, they did.
Copy that.
Bogey's hurt.
Got us the care package coming in.
Amazing the difference that an actual sniper scope makes when you finally pick it up, and today it would appear that I was just getting started with the longbow.
Taking fire.
No, that's much more like it. Well, we'd farmed the damage up on the shields to max, and being on the outside of the 3rd round ring wasn't exactly ideal. We'd have to move up and move quickly. Only 2 other squads to worry about, and one of them was going to be outside the ring as it closed. We had an opportunity here. These guys were hitting their shots, but I was confident we could keep them pinned down. Then, they pulled off an Uno reverse.
Enemy here. Hold on to your arms. Recharging my shield.
Recharge.
Now they had the zone, they had the high ground, and we had,
Check this quadrant.
well, we had a Bloodhound ultimate, and when it popped, I felt a surge of ruthless aggression wash over me.
Calling upon nature's strength. Scanning the area.
Bandit down. Under fire.
Enemy killed.
Reloading. Confirm splash and whole squad. Down. Just a sec. Healing up.
I slid down the hill to heal just in case that final team pushed, but they had a different strategy. A ranged strategy.
Closing in 30. She ain't far.
Wings out.
Healing my wound. Launching me knuckle cluster.
Alert 5.
I like a fat fingered it, alright? So one off, just forget about it, alright?
Shooting at me.
Taking fire.
That sniper bit into my flesh with impact that I hadn't felt in a while. Did they have a Kraber? If so, the scales could tip at any moment.
We're outside the ring. Let's scan this area.
They're shooting at me. Reload. Knuckle cluster. Using a Phoenix kit.
Fox 3, firing missiles. Let's scan this area.
Round 4 closed and the enemies were forced to reposition. This was our chance.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
Got one. Enemy down.
Healer, give me a sec.
Reloading.
Our Bloodhound down. It was 2v2. Then Fuse put Ash down. This game was surely in the bag for us.
Alert 5.
Okay, it wasn't a one of it. Just shoot it.
Ah, Struth, I'm down.
Now it was just me and an Octane. Longbow versus Kraber. Not exactly an even matchup, but it is what it is.
Taking
Enemy
fire.
here.
Fox 3, sending it home.
Yeah, panicked with my tactical. I was absolutely terrified, and can you blame me?
Reloading.
You hear that? Silence, except for the pitter-patter of footsteps.
Wings out.
Clown there.
If I played it his way, he'd win. We're not doing it his way.
Reloading.
My stomach was in my throat for that last 1v1 as my week had been full of early defeats up until this game, so it felt amazing to pull off a victory, which as you know is never a certainty on this channel. By the way, quick thing to mention, I released a Battlefield 2042 video yesterday and it was quite possibly one of my finest creations this year, but sadly the algorithm dropped it on its skull, so please do check it out if you enjoy my work. I promise it will not disappoint. Hope you enjoyed this video though. Catch you in the next one. Later!